Alright, continuing to part 2 with modeling. My little guy cuts me off at 15 minutes, so sorry about that. So I'm continuing to do these lines by inferring up. Let's see if it gives me, it should give me a point here that I can go to. So I want to get to there. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I want to infer up from that point. So I'm just going to draw from there. Up like that. Now I still don't have a plane, right? Because I got to come in here. And I'm going to turn off my section just to make this a little more clear. Line there and there. There and there. Gives me a plane there. That. That. And that gives me everything I need. I'm going to erase a couple of these lines that I don't want. Now extrude this up the width of the truss, which is a 2x4, so that's 1.5 inches. Triple click it, G-enter, and I'm going to call that the upper floor framing. Could also call that the exposed framing or something like that. And then I've got this component that I want to put on that. And then I'm going to make copies of it, and I want to make a bunch of copies, right? So to figure out how to line those up, I want to get those lined up exactly with the plan. So now I'm going to go ahead and click both of these things, and I'm going to rotate them about this point right here. Like that. And then I think to do this a little more easily, I'll hide the roof. So I've got this guy. So I'm going to move him so that he lines up. And once I'm on the green, if I hold down the shift key, I can lock it in. I want to line up to that side, so it's at that first one. And then I'll move the next one. And I'll tap control. I can tap control to make a copy. Put it there, and then I'll multiply it. But times 24. I know they're 2 feet on center. It's a 48-foot building. So there I go. I end up with a couple of extra ones, which I can just delete like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and select all of these guys and group them together. Get them on the upper floor framing layer. And there I go. So then I will turn on the roof, select both of these, and move them from here right on top of here, like that. So now what I'm missing are some outside walls, which will be really easy to draw, because I can just do this. I can go here, boom, there, that, and then I just need to extrude that back. So it should be 6 inches to align with the other side. Triple click, G-enter, and then I'm actually just going to move a copy of it to the other side of the building. Right there. Got to move that in 6 inches. Let's see if I can get this to work. There we go. Like that. I'm going to make this unique just to make sure. You can always right-click an entity and make it unique. If you don't, otherwise when you make copies, they're linked together and you make one change to the other, it makes it on both of them. So there we go. So these are going to go on the upper wall layer. I'll do this. Upper level walls. And I'll put both of these, whoops, both of these on that upper level walls layer. So I'm doing good. So now I want to make windows. So I'm going to turn some of this stuff off. I'm going to turn off the roof and the roof floor framing so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to make some windows. So windows are pretty simple. I can do a plane. I'm just going to do a plane in each. And actually I think what I want to do here is start with a plane that comes from the center up and do a second plane like that, because those are 2 different windows. And then I'll do just a single plane there. here I would do 2 planes. This is where you can really start to see the importance of, oops, I did that wrong, the importance of modeling carefully and also drawing in AutoCAD very carefully. So you'll see any imperfections in your AutoCAD model will make this all much more difficult than it needs to be. So there I go like that. This one window here I can't quite draw yet because I haven't done the stairs yet, but so I'm just going to leave that one for now. But we'll do stairs here in just a second. Up and away. This one I believe is also 2 windows, yep. And then I'm going to offset these lines. I'm going to use this offset tool and start offsetting things. And I want to offset them to what the width of the window frame is, which I believe in most of these cases you guys have drawn as either 1 inch or 3/4 of an inch. That's 1 inch. And then once I do it once again, I can double click, and I'm just going to zoom all the way around the building and do it. Oops, that's right. Yeah. Am I missing a window in here? Yes, I am. Look at that. Need to draw a line. My offset tool still remembers what I was doing. It's very nice of it to do. Just like that. Now I want to extrude inside and out half the depth of the frame, which the frame is 3 inches, so I'm going to go out 1.5 inches, and again I can just double click my way through. That I think went the other way, and that's okay, we can get that later. You notice some of these, the difference in color here, we're getting a front and back side, and that all depends on the orientation by how we initially extrude things. It defines a front and back side. Yeah, see, I'm getting some weird stuff happening on those two now, aren't I? But I'll also show you how to fix that. So there I go, I've gone all the way around, and now I want to extrude on the other side. So you see how this is front side and back side, so it extruded the other direction. I'm just going to do it from here and extrude this way, another 1.5 inches. But now when I go, so these are back sides, so I got to do it on this side, but now you'll see I'm sort of missing a plane. I'm just going to make another rectangle, and that'll give me those planes back. And I could, choose to draw a line there, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and extrude it back 1.5 inches like that. So I'll come over here and do the same. Oops, went the wrong way. Starts to fall apart here because of this backside and front side stuff. I have to do a little bit of monkeying to get all these to work. To do my little plane trick again here. Like that. Oops. Gotta watch that where that cursor is, don't I? inches on all of these. Got to do my plane again here, these windows that are together. Seems a little silly, I know, but it's still a lot faster. So I need to sort of infer where this is, don't I? This is going to be tricky. Let's see if I can do it to here. That gave me the whole thing. That's good. Had to do that a little bit of a different way, but I made it work. And those are all my windows and doors. Let's see, I've got all that figured out. So a couple of these are doors, right? They're not windows. So I think the way I'm going to do that is, first of all, what I'll do is, with this door, just draw a quick line right there. And then I'll extrude this. Whoop, must not have drawn that line correctly. Let me see if I can just do this. There, that works. Do that inside and out. It should delete the plane almost entirely. If it doesn't, I can delete that line. If you delete a line, it'll delete a plane, but if you delete a plane, it will leave the lines. That's an important thing to know. And then I'm just going to come 1 inch this way with that door, and how about I go a 1/2 inch that way, so we make it 1.5 inch thick door. I'll do the same at the front. Most of the time, if you pull down and you go to the limit, it'll just make things disappear. Sometimes it doesn't. So you have to sort of do this manually. 1 inch. 1/2 inch. There's my door. And those are my main level windows and doors. So I am going to triple click. Miss any of them? And then I'll place, oops, come on mouse, all of them on a Windows layer. So let's add main level Windows layer and stick them all on there. So the upper level windows I'm going to have to do by sort of looking at elevation. So I think what I'm going to do is take this guy and rotate it. And I can't really rotate it vertically since there's nothing built, so I'm going to have to come over here and do this where I can latch onto some kind of plane, and then I can move this guy into place. So I'm going to swing him over here to right there. Right, am I right on it? There, yep. And there I can see where it is. So now that I've got that there, I'm going to open up, I'm going to double click on this component to open it up and draw on the surface of it. You'll see like, you can draw right on the surface of it like this. And then I will extrude that through. And it should give me a 6 inch as a face there. There's 6 inches, and there it goes. There's my window on that side. Then I'll take this guy and rotate him 180 degrees and move it so that this elevation, see, did I get that right? Yeah, I did. Okay, looks like that's right. Yeah, the elevation's right there. Double click,